Welcome back to Studio Sessions at DAAP. I'm your host, Delfina Lasache, a Master of Design student here at DAAP. And today, we're diving into something every student faces, owning your craft. Today, we'll be talking about the students who are actively working on building their skills, experimenting, and discovering their voice in their respective fields. So welcome.
Hi, I'm Carrie Gemrich, and I'm first year in the Games and Animation program.
And I am Daniel Ruff. I am also a first year in the Games and Animation program.
So we will hear about their experiences at the DAAP and the gaming program. So grab your sketchbook, coffee, or whatever gets you in the zone, and let's dive into today's session. Okay, the first question. What inspired you guys to choose a career in the game design, and how has that shaped the journey for you?
Well, for me at least, I was more focused on pursuing a career in animation. So I was very happy when they announced the Games and Animation program because it would have been more tailored towards the career I wanted to pursue.
Same. I pursued even before I went to UC. I'm coming to UC. I was into animation, sometimes some games, but more so animation. I've always wanted to animate a movie, and I did in high school, so that's nice. And I also didn't know that the Games and Animation program was a thing, so I applied under Fine Arts until I met one of the advisors, and I was like, wow, you have a Games and Animation program? I'll join that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool because it's a really new program, the gaming one. So, how do you balance creativity with technical skills in your projects? Like, do you learn how to move towards design or coding, or try to integrate both equally when you're doing projects?
I think it'll depend on the project. For me, most of my projects are animated. Like I've never actually coded before. I was an animator before I came to UC as well. So with technical skills, is mostly just knowing the programs I use and knowing how to work them, knowing how to make keyframes, stuff like that. But the rest is left up to creativity and artistic skill for me.
Yeah, I feel like when you're making an animation, you lean more on the technical side to know what you're doing, and like you have to know enough about the program and what you're doing to be able to fully include your creativity in it. Like, because if you don't know how to do something that you want to do, it's not going to be what you want it to be. It's going to be something else, and it's like draining your creativity from the project.
Okay. In terms of style of animation, I'm very big on 2D hand-drawn. I take, like, a lot of my work takes inspiration from, like, Renaissance Disney. Yeah. So I take a lot of inspiration in my work from, like, Renaissance Disney, which is, like, very old hand-drawn. All of it's done traditionally on paper. As well, I love Studio Ghibli films, again, hand-drawn. It does have more aspects of CG in there, which I do admire, but I'm more like leaning towards everything by hand. Most of my projects I've done so far are hand-drawn, but they're digital. I like creating a very atmospheric and painterly.
It reminds me so much. It brings me like so much memories. Like I have like grown watching all Disney movies, so I'm just figuring them out, like Snow White and all that.
Oh yeah, no, I love Snow White, but I love creating like a very painterly environment in my projects. So.
What about you?
Okay, my style is more like 3D. Like, it's not, you can be flexible in 3D just like 2D, but it takes more like planning because it's 3D. I like action style. I don't know if that's a style or like a mood, but like intense frames, funny, whimsical stuff. Like kind of like 2D, but in 3D. Like if you ever watched the Spider-Verse movies, their emotion is really strong in the animation.
So, what project are you currently working on, and has been more? What has been the most exciting part of it, or challenging part of it?
Okay, so as you know, Daniel has his movie premiere coming up, and he asked me if I had a trailer for my current project, which I didn't at the time. So I've been working on a animated trailer for a movie that I hope to create in the future called The Book of Thomas Fisher. I think the most exciting part so far has been gathering a good cast of actors. I love being able to like go through an audition process and callbacks and stuff like that, because like I did musical theater when I was in high school, and I loved being
Oh, do you actually like have actors to animate?
yeah. So right now they're doing their callbacks. I'm having them read lines for specific characters in my trailer, and then once they're done with that, I'll have them record and I'll animate over their voices, and then hopefully it's done by the 23rd. But yeah, it's been really fun.
That's nice. Yeah, my film, I made it in high school, and it was just like, I'm bored, I want to make something kind of project. And lots of humor I put into it.
So tell me, are there any particular games or designers that have influenced you to approach the game development?
As stated before, I mostly came in for the animation aspect of it. However, I do love video games and I love playing video games. A personal favorite developer of mine is Toby Fox, who created the Undertale games and the Deltarune chapters. I also love like basically any indie game. And I really like, I know in the future, for maybe like down the line when we're upperclassmen, we'll have to create our own games. And I do hope to approach it in like a very indie style. Like I said, with Toby Fox, he does a pixelated style, 8-bit style. I really love that kind of video game, and I've dabbled a little bit with pixel art, so I think it would be a really easy way to make the artistic side of it easy while focusing more on the coding aspect of it, because I know I'm horrible at coding, so I would need to focus more on that.
Yeah.
How are you?
Same here. Like, I'm not really into games as much, but if I were to create a game, which I know I'm going to have to at some point, it would have to be, I like the Minecraft style, but I don't know if I could do all that. I like role-playing games too. That's nice.
Work.
Since it's a very experimental program, still there has been like trial and error with different programs we use.
It's really nice. So we can have a part in shaping this program.
Doesn't it feel special to be like the first one, especially be in the program? Or
It is both exciting and a little worrying, because like we're guinea pigs, right? We're like, I don't mean to sound that harsh. Like obviously we're, I want to say we're kind of like founders in our own rights of this program. We're the first ever students to be going through this program, which is very important. Like Daniel said, we as students, we've been giving feedback on how we expect the program to, like how we want the program to be a bit more organized, and the higher ups have been responding, and I've been seeing those changes at least in the game tools class. And I think things are going well, at least in the second quarter.
yeah, so talking about and giving advice to students, what advice would you give to someone that is coming to the to be in the program?
I say mostly to have an open mind and have a growth mindset. Like we are learning a lot of different programs. You might be coming into this program not knowing anything about games or animation or either. So you will have to be able to learn these programs. You'll have to have an open mindset in learning these artistic skills and learning these coding skills, and blending them together and basically balancing it all out, which is pretty difficult, especially if you're coming in not knowing anything. It does help to know one or the other coming in, but either way, you're going to be learning something that you might not expect to learn.
The only advice I'd give to someone coming in is to have those good problem-solving skills. Because whether it's games or animation, if you don't have problem-solving skills, you can't do either well, and you won't be a good team player for whatever professional studio you work for. So
Yeah, I think being a team player in our field, like because it's not exactly gaming, but it's like in the audiovisual communication, you need to work with people because you cannot do everything by yourself. Like
Yeah, no.
and things sometimes they don't work out the way that we want to, and then you need to change it. Thank you guys for joining me in these studio sessions, and well, I will be excited to see your work. So,
Yeah, thank you for having us.